Hello, everyone. Hey, it's Teddy, aka James Casal on MTGO. And today we have new cards to play with. Bloomburrow is out on MTGO, and even though yesterday they weren't considered legal in the legacy format, I thought it was just me at first, and I thought my account was glitched, but other people reported having the same issue. Now, however, these cards are legal in legacy, so we can play them, and that is really exciting. It's always fun when we have new cards. When spoiler season was happening, a lot of people expressed a disappointment in the power level of the set. Not really with the set as a whole. I think most people love this set and that it looks a lot of fun. The art is great, the flavor is great, the mechanics are really great. However, the cards don't really seem at a power level that is going to immediately introduce them in the legacy format, which I think is kind of a good thing. We just had Modern Horizons 3 that really shook things up. Well, kind of. I mean, Grief Riskaminator is still the best deck in the format, though we did get some pretty crazy stuff like Psychic Frog and Nadu and stuff like that. So yeah, it is kind of nice to have a little bit of a break. We don't have to be too vigilant about new tech. But there's some stuff in here I really want to try. The first thing I want to talk about here is a card that I missed in my spoiler video, Ral Crackling Wit. It is a 4-drop Planeswalker that is new, and it's in our colors too. It's 2 red and a blue for a 4 loyalty Planeswalker. That's one more than Jace. And whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you put a loyalty counter on Ral. Obviously, that is better catered to storm decks that are casting a lot of spells, or that spells begot other spells you can cast. I see this as still a really nice bonus whenever we cast a non-creature spell, just getting some more loyalty. And it has loyalty abilities that we really care about, unlike Ral Monsoon Mage. Its +1 creates a 1/1 blue and red otter creature token with prowess. So you're building out the board while going up in loyalty, which is really strong. And the creatures have prowess, so they can scale. -3, you draw 3 cards, then discard 2, which is a huge amount of selection. We all know how powerful Brainstorm is. Drawing 3 cards is pretty insane. And the discard 2 is also pretty nice. We don't mind having a full graveyard, especially for things like when we have things to discard like Cling to Dust, Negotiation. We want to forage with Psychic Frog or Feed the Cycle. And then the -10 is draw 3 cards again. Then you get an emblem with instant and sorcery spells you cast have Storm. Imagine a Storm to Kolaghan's Command. Can you imagine it? We'll see if that happens. It doesn't seem that crazy to get to 10 loyalty if every spell you cast puts a loyalty counter on Ral. If we're already ahead on board and all that, which is when we seek to throw down a 4-drop Planeswalker anyways. Anyways, moving on. We have a Darkstar Augur, which is 2 and a black. I did talk about this one in my spoilers video, and I mentioned how powerful I think the Offspring mechanic is. It's modal, and if you just pay 1 extra black, you get 2 copies of the card, albeit the other copies a 1/1. Still, that seems very powerful to me. Now, we're not the best at leveraging Dark Confidant effects, since we have Force of Will. In general, Dark Confidant effects don't synergize at all with Force of Will decks and are pretty bad. But maybe we'll get like a hand with like 4 Force of Wills and Darkstar Augur, so then we don't even have to worry about it, and that would be cool. Card Advantage, though, is the name of the game, and it's Card Advantage that does not have the keyword draw a card, so I'm excited to try it out. And then another card that I missed during my spoiler video was Osteomancer Adept. This card was pointed out to me by Anafura on the Grixis Control Discord. It is a 1 and a black for a 2/2 with Death Touch. Already stat-wise, that's a pretty killer bear. But you can tap it, and until end of turn, you may cast creature spells from your graveyard by foraging in addition to paying their other costs. And if you cast a creature this way, it has a finality counter on it, which means it will be exiled after it subsequently dies. So this card's pretty cool. Like I said, we have ways of filling up our graveyard, as always, fetch lands and whatnot. And we also have a good amount of creatures with flash. We got Orcish Bowmasters, Snapcaster Mage, Brazen Borrower, Opposition Agent. This could be a very powerful card, and represents a lot of card advantage too, with things like Baleful Strix, which commonly gets bolted or chump blocks. Then Feed the Cycle I talked about in my spoiler video. It's pretty difficult to leverage 2 mana 1/1 removal and Legacy, so I decided to split the difference between Feed the Cycle and Sheoldred's Edict. I want to try out new cards. We must try out new cards, or else we become a group of stagnating fools. And this one seems like one of the more pushed options. It's 1 and a black to destroy target creature or planeswalker, no stipulations. However, to additional cost, you pay an additional black or you forage. But like I said, foraging is not that difficult in this deck. And then over in the 1-drop slot, we have Ruthless Negotiation, which I also talked about in my spoiler video. For a black, target opponent exiles a card from their hand. So you don't run into the Raven's Crime problem of accidentally giving someone a free entomb. I mean, I guess they could choose like Mist Hollow Griffin or something like that, but in general, this is not as bad as like a Hymn to Turok hitting the wrong thing since it's exile. And also, if it was cast from a graveyard, you also draw a card, which is pretty nifty 2-for-1. Has built-in flashback to do that manually. However, hopefully we can get a better rate on that with Snapcaster Mage if it's the best thing we can do, or if we're looking to deplete our opponent while also refilling our own hand. Could be pretty cool. Over in the sideboard, nothing too crazy. If you want to try this deck at home, you could run without the Meltdown. It just hasn't come in very often. I think lands and 8 cast has been completely missing from the meta. But I don't like leaving home without Meltdown. I think it's a really powerful tool to have access to. Comes in a lot of really random places, and as long as we're on Snapcaster Mage, I do want a Meltdown. 2 spell bombs, Spectre Scaminator. Infernal Reckoning has been an all-star against these aggressive Eldrazi decks. And then I wanted to lessen our curve quite a bit, so no more than 5 3-drops and 1 4-drop when since Darkstar Augur is in the mix. However, I don't really want to register a deck and go in there without some kind of Narset effect. It's pretty core to a lot of matchup game plans, so I threw it in the sideboard. Consign to Memory was initially anti-Eldrazi tech. However, it has kind of overperformed in a lot of matchups. I remember when it first came out, or pretty soon after it first came out, as a lark, I decided to see how it would stand in as a replacement for Flusterstorm, and ever since I have not missed Flusterstorm at all. It has a lot of the same application for those matchups, which is crazy because I feel like ever since I started playing Legacy, it's always been 1 Flusterstorm in the sideboard, sometimes 2, but mostly just 1 Flusterstorm as a mainstay, absolutely. But things change, like I don't have a Hydroblast anymore either. It's crazy. Things do change quite a bit. Although we're also making room for new cards with this build, so you'll also notice no Waterlogged Teachings, which I've really adopted as part of this deck's glue, and also no Lore Intervealed, which comes and goes. However, I really like that card as well. We shouldn't have any trouble finding our basics or having a good amount of blue cards for Force of Will. Right? I don't know, actually. Our blue count is a little thin this time, but that's okay. It's an experiment today. We're learning today. I wanted to keep it as competitive as possible, but we must test these new cards, and hopefully run into a few of them. Yeah, a huge thank you to Maxi and Rodrigo for being new Patreon subscribers this week. I really appreciate it. If you want to check out the Patreon, I dropped the pledge to $2. You get the entire back catalog of crazy matches I upload there. And then at the $5 tier, you get a donation bonus league after 3 months. If you want to bypass that, just let me know. We can work something out between us. And yeah, I think that's about it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. I'm making the big push to 1K so I can start devoting even more time to the channel. And with that, let's play some Bloomburrow. See what these cards are all about. Welcome to match number 1 here. We are on the play with a strange hand. We have Force and Cling Lightning Bolt as our castables. We're facing Gabri, who's a very talented pilot. The last time I faced them, they were playing Stifle Knot. Edict and Bolt are both very good against that deck. And sometimes they have to really address Orcish Bowmasters. I have a redraw with Cling. I'm going to keep this. Gabri takes Mulligan. It's what we should have done. I'm just kidding. It's going to work out. If they wasteland, we float a black and Cling it. Flooded Strand. I had a feeling. I mean, we run a lot of lands. I feel like that's not that much of a bailout from the universe. Wasteland. They don't activate it. That's so bizarre. They might have Stifle. Stifle's a card that this deck plays. I will force it. Looks like they're moving on it. Could be a short game. Okay, they don't fight over that. I like Kolaghan's command against this deck as well. Not what I was hoping to see. I will shuffle. Darkstar Augur. Well, this game has become very awkward. We have a lot of good draws. Second Kolaghan's command is not one of them. Might see Doorkeeper Thrall here. Or Dress Down. It's Dress Down. One Dreadnought we can Edict. Two Dreadnoughts. Yeah, we'll have to draw two. We'll have to hit lands back to back for that Kolaghan's command. It is only one, I suppose. This asks them to not have Daze, asks them to not have Force of Will. We can go to the next game. That was not good. But as a pilot who has a lot of range, I don't think I can just automatically put them on a deck I saw them playing a few days ago or something like that. I do like Infernal Reckoning against this deck. They've also adopted Null Drifter, and sometimes it can feel hard to have a good answer to that. Cut one Cling. Definitely want Red Blast. Then Meltdown is kind of like, not that great. They already have to jump through so many hoops to get Dreadnought on the field. I'd much rather have Pyroblast. Trim two forces on the play. Feed the Cycle seems nice. Oh, they have Swords of Plowshares. So I think Psychic Frog is pretty bad, while Darkstar Augur is actually not that bad because of Offspring. What else? I really want to try and keep these new cards in, but I think I can afford to cut the Osteomancer Adept versus the deck with a lot of exile removal. And then probably one Lightning Bolt. I used to cut all the Lightning Bolts, but Doorkeeper Thrall has really flipped the script on that one. It's a must answer, especially since a lot of our creatures have ETB. Yeah, that's better. I'm going to lead on Undercity Sewers. I'd rather get this Surveil than play around Stifle. Edict is good. If we stop them from what they're doing, we'll win eventually. Especially if they have to, like, expend resources and try and take out these Bowmasters while we're at it. I'm going to see if I can get around to Stifle here. Might be hard. Yeah, they're just hanging out. I really don't want to Pyroblast to Stifle. Pyroblast, it's nice to hit like Dress Down or something like that. Yeah, they really want to do this. Well, I have no way to generate or guarantee another land drop. I can't even surveil if this Delta does not get stifled, so we're just going to hang out. We gotta land off the top anyways. 4 or 5 is the sweet spot. Now I'm feeling like I can do two things and also ignore Daze. Let Brainstorm happen. Try and make them feel like nothing's going wrong, you know? No Bowmasters here. Ponder's good. They shuffle. 8 cards in hand. Wasteland is annoying. But they don't use it. What are they working towards? More Bowmasters. It's kind of cool. Alright, now's the time. I do want my land this time, after getting wastelanded. Spell Pierce. Alright, well, that's that. If I get wastelanded again, they will have really leveraged a mana denial strategy that was unforeseen. That makes me feel a little better. Nothing. Let's press the attack. Doorkeeper Thrall. That's what Bolt is for. Some versions of this deck don't play Daze. Some of them do. Alright, let's ensure black mana in the future here. And get around Stifle. Now let's push damage. We have two really great removal spells and Snapcaster Mage, which we will have to dance around Stifle effects or Doorkeeper Thrall effects. But I'm feeling pretty confident. Especially if their hand is full of like conditional threats. Force of Will. It's a nice safety valve, but I'd rather, if I have to use that card, I'd like to hardcast it. Alright, now they're going to draw through their Brainstorm Lock, I think. Dress down. Pyroblast that. Alright, we got around Doorkeeper Thrall, that's nice. Now if they force this through, they do, we can still deal with the aftermath pretty well here. That's fine. It must have drawn that off dress down. Yep. Yep. One more? No. Okay. All ready to fight this. Fight it around Daze too, which is nice. Oh, wow. Okay, we're in a bit of trouble now. Because there's no point in forging. Yep, need something pretty good off the top. They draw a land. And they put a card on top too. Yep. Help. Brainstorm might help. There we go. I don't know if I can use Darkstar Augur when I'm at 6, unfortunately. I want to, but I don't know if I can. I can always Orcish Bowmaster's the Offspring. Brainstorm, saving our ass. It'd be really funny to draw Darkstar Augur next turn, cast it, and then flip Force of Will. That's on top after that. They must have put like Force on top of their deck or something. Okay, I put Force. So Darkstar Augur is next. Got it. How good is it to push damage here? I can push 2 extra unique damage right now, which would put them dead next turn. I'd rather hold up Force. And if they don't do anything, I can cast Bowmasters. It's really not that different because we have lethal next turn anyways. Yeah, that happens. There's no point in the punish. Okay. It must be Doorkeeper Thrall, right? Oh, okay. Well, I got another one. Fortunately for us, Dreadnought is very fragile. But if you're caught unawares, it will end the game immediately. I wish I knew how many rolls they're running because it doesn't seem like that many. I'm starting to feel like I might want to cut an additional Lightning Bolt for a 3rd Force of Will on the draw. I also like the one of Psychic Frog. Some late game power. I think just giving us a little bit of breathing room, like we might get hit by a 12 power attacker once and then recoup, or they might slam into a Baleful Strix and deal 11. Maybe our life total is not too expendable here, so I can trade out Augur for Psychic Frog, which gives us another blue source, or a blue card too. And then I guess we can maybe go down on 1 negotiation. Is that okay, everyone? I can bring back some new cards for the next match, maybe. Oh, I like this hand a lot. We just need to maneuver around Stifle, and it might be pretty hard for them to get a good attacker in on us. Nice. See what's coming up. I'll take that. Now we don't need to maneuver around Stifle at all. And I would almost welcome a Wasteland here. Great. I do welcome a Wasteland, actually. Yeah, I'm just going to amend that and say Wasteland is actively good for us here. But I still want to get around Stifle. Mythic Arc. One card on top. Okay. Okay, yeah. Our top decks are really helping us out. Okay, they're on 2-lander over there. I guess I will play around Daze. Alright, now we're almost drawing too many lands. Throw this out there. Dress down. Yeah, that's fine. Ponder's good. It's a max 2 Dreadlord or Dread knots they could have right now. How many times to replicate? I guess twice. That way, if they cast another one, I can still force and beat Daze. Okay, there's only one. Pretty clean trade. Oh, well. Now I kind of want one to resolve. But if I have a window to like brainstorm and shuffle, that could also be nice. We should try and push damage. They're not doing anything. I do want to force that, but that would be silly, right? Yeah, it would. We still have the passive. Yes. It's a lot of life. Should buy some time. Okay. Don't mind that either. Just want to get this thing out of here. Bonus points if they cast a Dreadnought. I do win this race. On its face. They must have a Stifle in hand, right? Something does not add up. Sword's good. Can we bait it out? Is that even a good use of Stifle now? Okay, fantastic. They're down to 3 cards. Did I play land? I did. Yeah. All of a sudden I'm pretty light on land, huh? Well, we got our ETB. That's nice. I do appreciate that. Alright, let's untap. Strix, huh? It's another good one. Taking 12 doesn't even seem that scary. Yep. Alright, that's 2 swords down. If we come across the one of Psychic Frog, right? It's getting closer to being good. Nice. Yeah. Our beats are, they're getting there. And opponent can't do anything right now. Tamiyo is a great draw. Just keep piling on the good cards. Pretty easy force there. I don't know why I'm getting so aggressive. Oh, they do have Daze. Okay, that was a spew. Hopefully our board can just get there, though. No shuffle. Sword's my Tamiyo. 1 card left. Surgical to the yard. That makes sense. Luckily for us, our last card is Snap. Every Bowmaster's showing up. Not sure what I did to deserve that, but I'm grateful. Alright, I'm sorry, opponent. Probably some eye rolling. But it feels like this should be pressure enough to get over the line now. Two cards over there. Us without red mana. We do have a Thoughtseize. That should bridge the gap. And even if they do get a threat in, can they really attack? We have so much life. I'll take Null Drifter. Keep threats out of the equation. If they have to cycle Dress down, they are not in good shape. Oh, they have Petty Theft? That's pretty good. That can block Baleful Strix, so I don't have lethal next turn unless I flash in Snapcaster Mage. Which I should do around days. But they're also not doing anything. We've seen 3 swords. Brazen Borrower. Consign to memory. Okay. Countering the draw and dress down honestly seems like a fine thing to do. Well, no. No, it's fine. Go for it. Why am I acting like I can do anything about this? I can't. If they go land Dreadnought, we have Consign, or Snap in this Infernal Reckoning. Looks like Brainstorm did not come up with an answer. GG is Gabri, and let's keep on rocking. Didn't really get to showcase any of the Bloomburrow stuff, but hopefully that'll happen next match. Match number 2. And we see a new card. We're up against Floss, who I believe plays a lot of mono black. I wonder if I should just fire this off. We don't know what we're up against. Just start lessening their resources. And if I want to get basic island with that, get a Badlands. Murktide in exile. Scalding Tarn. I think we can reasonably expect this to be Grixis Delver. It's a pretty popular deck these days. And they're going to get some info off my next draw. See what that might be. Tamiyo. I'd rather they Daze Ponder than Tamiyo. Is that true? Make sure that happens first. It does. I actually don't know if that's true. Cast Tamiyo. Yep. It's fine by me. Let's delay that Psychic Frog that you know is in their hand. Now, do they have another Daze? It'd be cool to draw a land and not worry about that. Cool. Baleful Strix. Ral. Great. Ooh, Snapcaster Mage for negotiation. I don't know, folks. I don't know. I mean, if they have a bolt for this Strix, then we have some other problems to deal with, but... Oh yeah, they've been Fatal Push, which means they either don't have black magic or black mana, or they already have a way to deal with all this stuff. Like, there's no way we're not just snap bolting DRC if they can find a way through Strix. And they put a card on top, so I don't have great hopes here. It's not likely this will hold out forever. Okay. They Wasteland. So we get best case scenario here. Wonder what they put on top. Let's take our 2 for 1, I think. Well, I mean, Snap Ponder's probably better, right? We gotta stress test these new cards. They exile Wasteland. That's interesting. We draw Brainstorm. We knew that was there. Is it time for Psychic Frog? It is. All right. That's a great draw. I'm going to Brainstorm now. They daze. Fine by me. We just need to dodge Lightning Bolt. Could have been interesting to attack there. Okay, they do have Bolt. They'll probably get a card off this, which is not good. Put them to 2 cards in hand. It's kind of a lot. Bowmasters. Brainstorm. Bit of a miss there. Well, if they don't have yet another Bolt, Daze, which would be kind of wild if they did. Bouncing Psychic Frog is not a bad way to delay, and it's probably better than just trying to punish them with Bowmasters. Alright, that did not bait anything out. When I saw Fatal Push, I got excited and thought that this is maybe that version that doesn't play any bolts and just Fatal Push. It might be that. Sure. DRC, okay. Card's pretty scary. They're down to 1 card in hand though, so I don't really know what that means actually. I could play Darkstar Augur. They'd have to discard 2 cards to beat it in combat. Kind of like that. There is a Ral on top of our deck though. Yeah, it probably isn't very smart. Cast Ponder. Okay. Ponder again next turn, of course. Brazen Borrower was also an option there. Alright, we'll block. Get them to expend their hand here. Seems like they don't mind doing that so much. Damn, I was hoping they'd, like, play a land or something. Yep. It's just a force. Not great. A lightning bolt. Or maybe a second Bowmasters. That can take out DRC. ETB plus 2 cards drawn off Frog. It's a lot of damage we'd be taking though. How badly do I need that lightning bolt? I think we'll be forced to reevaluate. This is a gambit. I'm going to give him the card. Okay, they did not have a removal spell. Oh, don't tell me. You also have Murktide? Oh, man. That's really bad. That's really good. Ooh. Fascinating. So that's what they kept around, huh? They might have days or something. I'm chump blocking either way, huh? Both lose to Bolt. I'm going to do the one that's only one blocker. Because if Augur can become two blockers, it buys a whole nother turn, you know? Which is nice. Dang it. Alright. They take game one. And giving that frog too many draws was clearly the issue. Okay, we do have to side out some new cards, unfortunately. Spell Bomb, yep. Fatal Push, definitely. And the Pyroblasts, I think that's it, huh? Maybe there's room for Ral. Ruthless Negotiation does seem kind of funny. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that is nice in a weird Delver stall, just having them discard. Yeah, I like the way this deck looks, actually. It's very, it's lean. Very lean deck over here. I like it. Great. Start with a basic swamp. Ooh, they're keeping 7. I guess that's not that weird for Delver. They exile a Bauble. They might have another one. Either that or it's just kind of an expendable card for them. Ponder. No turn 1 threat sure is nice. Alrighty. We'll do the same. Try and find some lands here. Get all set up. Yeah, it looks good. Getting wasted off blue would be a bummer. But it's probably not a priority to them, since we're a deck with a lot of basics. I would imagine they're more interested in casting a Psychic Frog, although it doesn't seem to be the case, because they're pondering. They shuffle. They do Wasteland. That is not good. Annoyingly effective right now. Scalding Tarn, yep. No surprise there. I guess we'll play around Force of Negation and go after it right now. I wonder though, should I bolt just to get a couple more cards out of their hand first? Because they could have like Force of Will. And this is kind of what we're doing for the next few turns, so this is a trade that I would like to make. Another frog down. And Fatal Push, okay. Well, that is a blue card. They have forced blue card. That would not be good. Then we'll Edict after that, but it will have drawn a card at that point, which is bad. Yep, you know it. Alright. Rough stuff. Brainstorm. Oh my god. How about a land, please? Oh boy. Too much of a stumble. Yeah, they can just discard both cards here. Or just one. If we still draw a land next turn and both of their draws aren't just complete bangers, we could be alright. But yeah, things are quite out of sorts for us. Bobble. If it's not a land, that would be bad. Great. Now they need to not have days. Or force blue card. Wonderful. They have a brainstorm, so they might be able to come up with another threat. I hope it's Delver. Delta go. Alright. The blue source would be real nice. How about it? Not quite. It does cantrip though, and will make their life a living hell. If they're trying to cast Murktide Regent, which they would have done last turn, almost assuredly. Oh my god. Deck, please. Furthermore, now, if they cast Dragon's Rage Channeler as their threat, we'll be in position to hit it with Orcish Bowmasters, which is nice. It's nice. There's Delver. Alright, I could really use a land, please. Great. Fighting back in this. That's good enough for them. Pretty scary stuff for a while there. I think that lightning bolt was correct, because they lost, what, another Psychic Frog? Yeah, it was almost certainly the right line there. So sometimes, don't make me bolt the frog. On the draw, I feel like we just need some Force of Will. And then I guess we can go down on one Negotiation and probably Thoughtseize, I guess. It should probably just be both Negotiations, but... Or how about Osteomancer Adept? Yeah, it seems right, just because, like, untapping against them when they have Fatal Push and Lightning Bolt could be pretty difficult. We'll find a way. We'll find a place to cast that one, though. I do want to try it out. Hand looks good. We've had trouble finding Basic Island, it feels, that, like, this entire set. Delver. I mean, if it flips... I do have Red Blast. Ideally reserved for Frog, but... Well, we might need to. We can get Volcanic Island here. I choose to shuffle these. Okay. So far the cantrip did not pan out. No flip. Wasteland. You got it. Oh dear. I really didn't want to draw a blue card. Any other draw I feel like would have been pretty acceptable there. Alright, how about it? No flip? Damn. Ponder's good. Yeah, I feel like I'm probably gonna have to Red Blast this now unless I draw Lightning Bolt. Still would really like a blue source, so I feel like I have a lot of good draws. I just don't want to draw another blue card, which would be like Ponder, Snapcaster Mage, Baleful Strix, stuff like that. We'll see. Okay. Should be able to deal with that. Okay, cool. Not a bad draw. They'll have 3 card types. If I blow up Aberration, and they most likely have an instant in there as well. Can I afford to get Dazed? Probably not. Is Bowmasters even going to have a target after this turn? Do I just pretend like Daze is not there? I don't know. That seems so crazy to me. Because it seems fairly likely that they do have one. Yeah, we're going to be Red Blasting Delver. And there's a weird world out there where they just don't have an instant they can expend. Alright, there's a 3rd type. Okay, maybe I should just try and do this. It's like, well, I mean, yeah, I think this is fine. Okay, they have a fetch land in hand, almost certainly. Yep. Now I'm starting to wonder if they have days. I'm starting to wonder if mistakes were made. Almost certainly. Hit that. Great. We'll likely have to face Psychic Frog now. Or not. Cling. Well, they have 5 card types, so that's not the most helpful. Pyroblast, huh? Too bad. Let's hit Ponder there. Miss on Force. Alright, so I'll fall to 8. And then maybe Brainstorm can fix this up. Yeah, I mean, they seem kind of flooded. Little help here. More Bowmasters. Don't know if that's really what we need right now. And I'm still pretty certain they have a daze in there. Alright, we got a little multi-turn lion situation, but I don't know if I can take even more damage, you know? Probably just need force at this point. Alright. Thought so. Okay. And they did have days. They did have days. I think I need to take 3 again. I have Cling in my graveyard. I feel like I can make this happen. And I think I need to Bowmaster DRC now. And I think I need to do it from 4. Ponder. Yep. Force of Will in the bin. You got it. No shuffle. This seems like a fine time to use Spell Bomb, right? It'd be nice to not have to force a Murktide Regent. Not wild about that draw. Oh, if they can put Delirium together again. Okay, cool. Just Ponder. Well, that'd be a nightmare. Shuffle. Wasteland. Yep. 2 card types. Please work. We got there. At 4, no less. They might have sided out Lightning Bolt. Not sure how helpful Ruthless Negotiation was for all of that. I think this is just a good matchup in general. Welcome back for match number 3. We saw Ruthless Negotiation do a little bit of stuff last round. This hand is pretty good. Having 2 K commands can be a little rough, but it could also be the best thing in the world. So we'll see. But yeah, we saw Ruthless Negotiation do a little bit of stuff last time. Just a little bit. Hopefully we'll get into a grindy situation where Ral Crackling Wit can show what it's up to. That'd be cool. Thespian Stage into Vexing Bubble. So I'm guessing this might be a Merit Lage strategy. Well, Thespian Stage usually always means Merit Lage. And Cling to Dust and Kolaghan's Command are like my 2 non-negotiables for that matchup. So I feel pretty good about that. If I top deck Force of Will, I can probably brainstorm it away. We also kind of want to develop our mana around Wasteland. Another brainstorm. This still could be a lot of decks, you know. Could be Cloud Post. See what develops here. Yavimaya. Into the north. Okay, yeah, we're up against a Merit Lage deck for sure. So I'm guessing they're going to go get Dark Depths. So I better figure out right now if I need to fight the combo half. Yeah, I mean, I can't force this. They have a Vexing Bubble, so I'm going to brainstorm. Strix. That can buy a little time sometimes, not always. Darkstar Augur. I think I want to prioritize these cantrips, so I'll put back Kolaghan's Command, and I think Darkstar Augur, unfortunately. Is that true, though? Could be a lot of blockers. Not for a minute, though. Maybe it's Cling to Dust. If they're playing into the north, I think they're pretty dead set on getting a Merit Lage pretty quickly, and maybe don't have a Loam component. It's just so free to have Cling to Dust, though. I think I should just put back both Kolaghan's Commands right now. Okay. I don't know. Maybe they'll get Skred instead. Oh, wait, no, that's not a snow land. Maybe they'll get Fjord. Yeah, okay. Okay. Cantrip. Lightning Bolt. Basic Swamp. Yee. Brainstorm again. No out located. Put those 2 back. Ponder. Still nothing. Let's shuffle. Thought sees you. Whoa. This is insane. Do I just take one of the rings? Undoubtedly. I wonder if they'll play a ring or Wasteland and make Merit Lage. Making a ring. That's fine with me. I think I'll start Darkstar Auguring here. My life total doesn't really matter, unless it's more than 20. Watch me flip 2 Force of Wills, though. And die. If they start attacking with Merit Lage, that'll be pretty easy to get rid of these. 7 cards in hand. Not that much mana, though, so with Vexing Bauble, they might not be able to cash them all out super fast. Not like their deck's gonna have a bunch of free spells anyways. Wish I could see this token art a little bit better. I hear the Offspring token art is adorable. So we're both using card advantage engines that cause strife for our life totals. The One Ring is about 200% more predictable, though. Sure. So apparently they don't have a plan they're comfortable with in their 7-card hand. You got it. They also tapped Thespian Stage, so it might be safe to attack. Crop rotation. For what? Tabernacle? Bayou. Is this Dismember? Or did they mean to tap it for green mana? It seems like they don't want me to get those cards. They don't want me to draw 3 cards. This is kind of powerful. My life total might take a huge beating. Maybe Brainstorm can help mollify that in the future? Or Ponder? Just a little ramping. Alright, Darkstar Augur. Let's deuce it. Let's deuce it. Let's do it, I meant to say. Darkstar Augur and your son. Or sorry, your offspring. I was just thinking of that "don't ever talk to me or my son" meme. Feed the cycle. Okay. Draw step. I read that as dead-ass negotiation for some reason. That's not what the card is called. Okay. Brainstorm. Brazen Bar was what we wanted. This card's not very good, is it? It's not a very good card. I think we want to hold on to that. I don't really want to shuffle Force back in my deck. It's so dangerous with Darkstar Augur. I hate to say it. I hate to say it that our deck is bad, but I mean, they might crack that Bauble next turn. You never know. What if I just put those 2 lands on top, though? No, I should try and advance my plan a little bit. Maybe I will cast Deadass Negotiation. Let's attack. It's a solid hit. Okay, I guess we're taking 4. We're gonna have to get these out of here soon. God, it'd be so embarrassing to Bowmaster my own Darkstar Augur, but it might be where we're at. They sure love Vexing Bauble. No Veil of Summer. Yeah, if we can just bust through Merit Lage and bolt them. Well, that's that. Oh, Ugin. Yeah, wait a minute. They crop rotated their Thespian Stage away. Does that seem normal to anyone else? Maybe they didn't think they could attack through these bats in time. Aha, okay. Mutated Cultist. That is a busted card. So now there's 2 things I need to bust through. Oh no. Don't tell me. Do you have Right of Consumption? Oh, Dismember, okay. I almost died. Bajukabog. There goes my graveyard. Bang, bang, bang. Okay. Oh, I can't forage. Bolt that. Crunch. This would have been a lot better with Force of Will. Or Force of Will available. As long as it's not flipped. As long as Darkstar Augur doesn't flip Force of Will. So that was sick. It was scary, but it was sick. Opposition Agent, so good. Infernal Reckoning seems good, but Merit Lage, not colorless. It's a black creature. So everyone get your Elephant Grass. It's a mutated cultist deck. Definitely want Consigned Memory. Dang, that card, I've never faced this card before, but I was getting a lot of hype in spoiler season. This is some scary stuff. Oh yeah, I only have one Edict. If I pull this off, everyone, it's going to be pretty impressive. Edict is like one of the reasons why Merit Lage doesn't seem as scary anymore these days, but when it's a 1 instead of a 2 outer, that is scary. It's scary. I don't think I need Cling to Dust. I don't think they're on Loam. I think they're much more turbo build. They have like Into the North, Mutated Cultist. Oh, Ruthless Negotiation. I don't think you're very good. This card is so bad. I love it though. Is this what we're doing? We didn't see, what's it called? Urza Saga. They might not be on it. Fatal Push also doesn't seem great. Infernal Reckoning. Mutated Cultist is colorless, but it's not really... Oh, but we saw Eye of Ugin, right? That could just be for Emrakul. It kind of messes with Ulamog, kind of. I don't know. To be determined. Also, Surgical Extraction on Dark Depths seems like it would really defang this deck. I think I want Thoughtseize too. Yeah, I think I want Thoughtseize. And then they're a one ring deck. I don't think Negotiation's going to do anything. I'll take Narset. I can't keep cutting these new cards though. Bolt seems pretty bad. Yeah, I think we can go like this. They did have Dismember, by the way. Which is kind of good against Frog. Not really, kind of. Maybe Feed the Cycle's bad. Here, give me back another Bolt. Okay. That took a long time. That will annoy me when I edit it. Alright, looking good. They might even side out their Vexing Baubles with after so little it did in game 1. Oh crap, I forgot. For some reason I was thinking they were like a Pith Needle and Wasteland deck, but no, they have Wasteland, so they probably have Myco Spawn. And that probably means that this one land keep was awful, but they're also milling to 5. So yeah. Maybe not. Maybe it's not bad. Do I just force that? I think so. Apparently that was the right line. Okay. I promise you my hand is not that good. Okay, cool. I feel like this league was already a success. We got a positive record. I showed off Ruthless Negotiation. I showed off Darkstar Augur. I still really want to show off Ral though, so let's get in there. Here we go for match number 4. We just keep winning those die rolls. And Osteomancer Adept is in the hand. I think that means we have to keep it. I mean, this hand could really be anything. There's so many cantrips in here. No idea what could happen, but if we're given any amount of time to formulate a plan, this hand is just bonkers. And there's always the potential people misevaluating new threats. Yes. Probably just cast the Adept next turn, depending on what happens. DRC. I do want those Bowmasters for sure. DRC can't attack into this either. It's a 2-2. Think about that. Brainstorm. That is preferred to a Psychic Frog. Murktide Regent in the bin. If they go Fetchland Ponder, that's Delirium. Hate to say it. Don't want to will that into existence. It is really nice to see Grixis Delver make such a comeback. Been featuring this deck on the channel a lot recently. Okay, Mishra's Bobble. That will probably do it. Yep. I don't know if they just didn't want to daze Osteomancer, but if I'd put Bowmasters on top instead of Delta, probably could have dealt with this thing. As it stands, taking 3 in the air is rough. The Wasteland I don't mind that much. Alright, swing in, and then we'll brainstorm. Try and figure this game out. I think we put back Negotiation and then Kolaghan's Command. I could have maybe gotten a combat blowout. I mean, I don't think that's super likely. Alright. Shouldn't be too hard for them to get Delirium again. But I mean, hopefully it is. I don't know. Yeah, wow, okay. That is surprising. It might be permission that they're sitting on. The land is good. I really want to Bowmaster some of these. Yep. Seems like we're going to get aggroed out here, unfortunately. The triple DRC is pretty gnarly. Do I even want this anymore? I should probably ponder instead. Bolt, but no red mana. Darkstar Augur. Does not beat DRC in combat. Maybe they'll trade for what? Probably not, but maybe. Yeah. It was worth a shot. Force that. Nethergoyf. Okay, I'm blocking that on the ground. Okay, they're on Psychic Frog. Good to know, good to know. We got Delvered pretty hard there. Oh, I was going to say, we didn't reveal anything red except Badlands, I guess. Red Blast. Fatal Push is great. Spell Bomb was really good last time as well. Gotta side out Ral. Darkstar Augur is going to be too hard to leverage. Osteomancer Adept, same thing. Deadass Negotiation we can go down on. I got one more, right? Maybe Thoughtseize. We're a little underpowered. Sure. Take the play. I don't mind this hand. They gotta respect Tamiyo, because it grinds. Got all the basics I could ever want. And then Fatal Push. Deals with their stuff. However, drawing another land would be bad, so I'm gonna use Polluted Delta on turn 1 instead of just running out this basic island. They mold a 6, that's kind of nice. If they have to hold off on playing a threat to deal with Tamiyo on turn 1, that's pretty good for us. Alrighty. Killing me. Kind of feels like I need a brainstorm to win this now. Alright, if they get Delirium, I'll probably push, but if not, I'd like to crack this Clue token. And if they just drop Psychic Frog in, that's what we want to push. Pyroblast. Technically a 2-for-1. If I ever cash out this Clue, which I am planning on doing. Ponder's good. See if they hit Bobble. No Bobble. Okay, I'm pretty comfortable. Oh, they didn't even attack. Joyous. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Bowmasters. Getting to save my fatal push. That is a cool thing. I'm gonna see if I can cast Spellbomb, because I don't want to contend with Murktide. Okay. I just do this, right? Yeah, that's Murktide. Sucks I don't get to draw a card, but I'd like all the time in the world, please. This also makes their cantrips bad. Sometimes you gotta. Cool. That was a good exchange. Another DRC. As much as I want to retain this Fatal Push for Psychic Frog, we're kind of getting to the point where things are kind of rough for them. Probably should just play Undercity Sewers, right? Yep. That's a good one. Okay, they got a Ponder. And they put a card on top. Ooh, wow. They also don't shuffle. So what does that mean? Some kind of long-term plan being formed, I think. Two card types. I don't think it'd be impossible for them to all of a sudden have Delirium. Fatal Push at the ready. Petty Theft, Psychic Frog. That's fine. No block. That makes sense. I don't want to lose to Daze, though. I'm going to run this out again. Another Goyf. That's a 2-3. Now it's a 3-4. Alright, I think we met the dude I'd want to push. The pushable one. That will give them Delirium, which would mean DRC has to attack. Wait, what is this? What's going on right now? If their last card is Frog, getting a Cake Man on that would be so nice. Yeah. So unfortunately, I can push and discard Island and Cake Man and make DRC fly into Psychic Frog, but then, or I could Cake Command and make DRC fly into Psychic Frog. Then how am I going to deal with Nethergoyf? Maybe I just beat Nethergoyf naturally. Or I could discard Bowmasters. Seems kind of weird, but yeah, then I push Nethergoyf. They can recur it. Definitely that. Yeah, I think I'll just push it. Just go for lethal. Because I think these 2 points of damage will be big. Is that true, though? They have a Brazen Borrowers in the wing. I have a Brazen Borrower in the wing. Got the plurals mixed up there a little bit. The fact that they can get Nethergoyf back just like that, but it'd be small. Yeah, it'd be small. I think. I think it'd be small. It's definitely the first time I've ever beaten Psychic Frog with Kolaghan's command. But I suppose my opponent didn't have much choice. The frogs, they snowball. On the draw, I usually swap a Thoughtseize for a Force of Will. Having two is nice. And I think that's it. I mean, I don't really want to rely on Psychic Frog all that much, since they have Pyroblast at the least. Probably Fatal Push as well. And yeah, I like Spellbomb a lot. keeps their threats in Bowmaster range. I think this is the best. And I really had a feeling that hand was good. Just a bunch of lands, Tamiyo and Fatal Push. Not sure if it'd be good enough on a draw. I mean, this hand is good too. Be a little soft to DRC at first, but we'll get there. And they've mulled to 5, so they might have trouble wastelanding me. Another Goyf off the bat, and a Bauble. It's a little scary. Force of Will. Take it a little slow. Ponder's good. There are other things we need to hit with Red Blast. Getting hit for 3 though. That's Delver numbers. Good draw. Yeah, they can ponder. Okay, they shuffle that time. And in the past, they've been making their land drops first main, so they might not have a land drop either, which is good and bad. See if I can bait out a Red Blast. Oh, wait, that's not possible. Bolt. If I have to Bolt Snap Bolt, that would be kind of rough. Put back 1 snap. I wonder if they'd let me block with Snapcaster Mage. Certainly taking too much damage. Counterbalance. I'd rather not play against that card. I was hoping they'd force. Alright, gotta find a way out of this. Not bad lands. Brazen Borrower works. It works enough. And Frog is pretty good too. I feel like I just need to force another Goyf though. Really leverage my higher amount of resources here. But it feels strange. But yeah, I feel like playing Psychic Frog and investing really heavily into it is a good way to get blown out. Even though I do have Force and Red Blast. And putting a land back seems also kind of risky, but I feel like it's just where we're at, right? What would be really cool is if they force the Petty Theft, and I can Red Blast that. It also feels really weird putting Bolt back. I think it's Bowmasters, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but I think that's what we want. What if they Pyroblast the Force of Will on Nether Goyf? Then they're not Pyroblasting my Frog. And I'll see if I can hang on to these Bowmasters, but there might just be something better to do, you know? Alright. Okay, this is a good development. I'm happy for this. And I also think that means I'm not going to get those Bowmasters. I'd rather take a new draw. Sure. That Nether Goyf is a 5/6. Fatal Push? Yeah. I think that's okay. Yeah, now they're not casting Nether Goyf again. And I'm pretty sure they have Red Blast. See if this comes in handy. They exile Murktide Regent. I think it's probably safer to just try and flash that thing back at a later date. I feel like if I go for Snap right now, they will Red Blast. Maybe they'll Red Blast this Brazen Borrower, who knows. Yeah, trying to counter this seems insane. They almost certainly have Red Blast. I was hoping they'd fight over that. Guess it makes sense that they did not. Thought seized you. Daze. I will pay 2 Murktides. Alright. I mean, there are a lot of things that beat us here. I need Snapcaster Mage to block, but I can't beat that. I don't want to have to top deck 2 removal spells. So I'm gonna negotiation that and draw a card. Jump with Snap. That'll buy a lot of time too. We just need to dodge a top deck. And they're probably due to draw a land at this point. So let's hope for the best. Alright. So far so good. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Not sure what the best use for that is yet. Maybe pitch to force. Maybe not. Hopefully they cast Brainstorm here. Ponder. No, they're just going to combat. Alright. I like getting them to a multiple of 3. My opponent says sick game. Lord, yes. I don't know if this is good enough. Yeah, I was really hoping to see 3 bangers. That would be a lot to ask, but I mean, should I just ponder again? I guess so. Okay, shuffle. Yeah. We might be able to buy time here. I should do this now. They might draw days. Psychic Frog. Resolves. Block with the army. Okay. I think I need to bolt Psychic Frog. You discard, deal 2, force whatever you draw. Maybe I need to force that. Damn, this was hasty. This does ask him to top deck something pretty specific. Or I could top deck something specific. GG's. Are they gonna beat me? Oh my god. Well, that was insane. Oh. Wild. Well, I didn't expect things to get this crazy. I just wanted to test some Bloomburrow cards. And now I'm up for a trophy. No rest for the wicked. Welcome to the final match. I did go to sleep after playing last night. I was pretty tired. And those are some pretty intense games. And the thought of having to compete for a trophy was a lot. Would have rather just, come at it in the morning. And also, this is kind of a true nightmare because I'm up for a trophy playing some pretty underpowered cards. And we're up against a complete rogue deck, it looks like. Whenever I see Sister Supplier, I think Hogak. I do have a Force Will and a Cling to Dust, though, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, probably want to hold up Cling here. Try and get a better idea of what the heck is going on. Because I don't really know. Wasteland, huh? Well, we'll be on the lookout for that going forward. Reanimate Grief. It's annoying. I'm not gonna fight over it though. Taking sync? So... Are they going to make like a Merit Lage or something? That'd be pretty strange. Alright, we can get something of our own going here. I do kind of want to remove these creatures, but... Oh, maybe they have another Wasteland. That's why they took sync. They just want me to have no lands. Sure. Yeah. Saw that one coming. Let's try and find some removal here. Don't want to keep getting hit for 3. Not quite. I mean, it is like more stuff to do. I think it's common enough that we'll find land that... it was Ruthless Negotiation. Great. But yeah, these... been in a bit of a strange spot so far. Dried Arbor. Almost certainly a Hogak deck. Here it comes. We can't beat that. We just can't. It's a huge creature. They're not really close to recasting it, but I don't know. I have a 2-turn clock. Perfect. 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 Damn. Top decking red cards is going to be rough, but we don't have that many of those. No, that worked out. 3 cards left. They're going to reanimate Hogak? Oh boy. That's going to be hard to beat. If I didn't get Wasteland so incessantly, I could have prevented that from happening with Cling to Dust. As it stands, I think we are dead. I can gain 3 life off Cling to Dust, but then I'm just looking for more stuff to keep me afloat here. Maybe I can get them to commit another reanimate effect pre-combat. Bloodghast. Make sure that doesn't have haste. Alright, I think I need to draw off this other Cling. I have so few outs from here. And we got close to grinding them out. But yeah, those 2 early Wastelands preventing me from holding up Cling. Pretty key here. Yeah, I don't know. Can't really get Wastelanded again. Anything that ensures my survival will definitely involve kind of a lot of mana. I think that is not it. Brazen Bar, so close. Could bounce Hogak and then nothing after that. Oh, I should have cast Negotiation. Could have gotten some more info. Alright, we're up against Hogak, which is not a common deck. And we'll see if we can pull this off. I guess I want Thoughtseize. I'm going to side out Augur, just because our life total is going to be... We're going to probably stabilize at a pretty low amount. All creature removal is good, because Hogak does need Convoke to get out there. No time for Adapt, unfortunately. Kolaghan's Command is a little slow. I want to keep Ral, because I need some way to really pull ahead in the late game. Then yeah, maybe Negotiation's a little slow too. I mean, we all know that. It's not the best card, but I mean, it's cool. It's had its moments this league for sure. Okay, what else? Maybe this last cut is tough. It's probably Thoughtseize, even though I just sided it in. Let's take the play. Yeah. Annoyingly, we need to play around Wasteland, but I think it's fine. These decks usually come at you from a lot of different angles, so what we most hope for is that the rest of the meta just keeps them in check by completely going over the top of them. I think we'll go like that. and then subsequently we don't have to deal with them. But that's not really the spot we find ourselves in right now, so we gotta do our best. Green Sun for 0. Oh boy. I think it's pretty tempting to Bowmaster this. It put me pretty far ahead. Then if they waste land, I can just play Sewers and Spellbomb next turn. I think that's fine. Gotta keep that board clear. I mean, tapping out for Frog is cool and all, but we also need to try and stop Hogak from entering here. And they do have Wasteland. They've had a lot of Wastelands. Okay, that's annoying. Hoping I could attack. Put that in the bin there. We really just need a land here. Gotta pass. What are they using this Reclaimer for, I wonder? Got a Supplier. I need to bomb now. I'm not going to have priority after this trigger resolves to stop another Hogak from entering. This just feels like pretty bad value. But I mean, what am I supposed to do? I can't really beat a Hogak. Alright, a little help here. Another bomb. Is that better than playing out a Psychic Frog? Yeah, probably. I mean, they might spin for a Wasteland this turn. If I could do it both, that'd be great. If I didn't keep getting Wastelanded, that'd be really nice. Frog is not gonna race Hogak unless it finds interaction. I think this is right. Maybe I should do this now in case I find a land. No, I don't think so. I need them to commit more into their graveyard. Green Sun for 1. God, just keep trying to make this Hogak not happen. Force a Will, okay. I mean, it's alright. Maze of Ith. That really makes Psychic Frog unattractive. This is an insane deck. Kind of the worst possible matchup for my deck that wants to attack the meta. Crap. Yeah, I feel like that might have been our choice. I mean, our point to really kind of pull ahead here. Hit a land drop, maybe bolt one of these Reclaimers out of the way. But as it stands, we are in pretty poor shape. Okay, the Exile Grief, got it. Another Wasteland would be terrible. I pretty much need to hit a land next turn, preferably a red one. This is so strange. I'll take the 1-for-1 trade here. They might send it back with Maze. Yep. Whoa, why did the Reliquary? That kind of makes sense now. Force a Will. Alright, how about it? This is bad. Alright, they're coming up on Hogak, but we're holding off the attack, which is nice. Alright, how about a land? Bowmasters, huh? It's interesting. I guess I'll play this out. Even though I wanted to potentially use it to grow Psychic Frog. This deck is just so bizarre. I feel like I'm just not equipped to fight it. Once these become a 3-4, and I've missed on red. Well, I haven't missed on red. They just had Wasteland again. It's pretty rough. Alright. Can probably expect Hogak now. Yep. Well, not feeling good about this. Guess I'll Brazen Borrower it. It's not so bad. But still no red source is a real heartbreaker, I must say. Oh god. I almost want to concede to that. Yeah, I know what my next draws are. Yeah, let's just get out of here. I feel like I have nothing to fight this deck with. Alright, finish out 4 and 1. Never got to cast Ral. Darkstar Augur was pretty cool in some matches. We also got to use Feed the Cycle, which was also pretty cool. And then Negotiation, it's a pretty bad card. Just trading 1 for 1 like that is not great. Though it's really important to try these cards. We got to at least try them out. We also got to really never use the Adept. We had it as like a 2-mana 2/2 Death Touch at one point, which was pretty cool. There's probably more room for it in the future. I actually want to see it do its thing at some point. All right, that's it for me. It always stings when you lose a trophy. That's the beautiful thing about Magic. Anything can happen. All right, catch y'all next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.